Welcome back and prepare to pipadazzle, because today we're going to be shining light on how a person's life changes on the job market after earns a doctorate. So what transpires on the job market after a person earns a doctorate? Without further ado, without further delay, without further procrastination, allow me to demystify the answer to that inquiry right here, right now. Lamentably, much to my dismay, much to my consternation, much to my chagrin, much to my grief, much to my agony, much to my agitation, and much to my irritation, most employers do not give an iota whether or not a person has earned a doctorate. Most real private sector employed jobs based on voluntary demand are deemed to be dead-end, highly time-depleting, debilitating, minimum wage, dispiriting, unfulfilling, undesirable, harrowing, distressful, brutally wretched, ineffably agonizing jobs that do not even offer 1/4 of a subsistence wage to employees for working them. Furthermore, most real private sector employed jobs based on voluntary demand offer no benefits nor any pensions. So, if you work a real private sector employed job based on voluntary demand, and if it is deemed to be your only source of income, then it will render you all the more prone to succumbing to insurmountable debt. You do not want to become destitute. You do not want to become penurious. You do not want to become indigent. You do not want to succumb to pecuniary issues. And you do not want to undergo debt financing to finance your basic needs nor your wants. You want to be able to have enough fiat currency to afford to procure your needs as well as your wants. We become affluent, we become wealthy. I do not know. The future is enigmatic and obscure beyond a number of time. So, earning your doctorate will qualify you to be able to be pursuant of graduate professorships at universities and colleges. However, it is eminently cumbersome to attain a graduate professorship at a university or college. There's almost never any vacancies for those roles, and if there are going to be vacancies for those roles in the pending future, then it will be arduous for you to attain those positions at colleges and universities if you're not a best friend nor relative of a hiring manager at a college or university. So, to recapitulate, succinctly stated, a person's life does not seem to change much after he has a doctorate. He may be able to apply for more positions that he was previously ineligible for prior to the advent of him earning his doctorate. However, it does not guarantee that it will culminate in him landing a graduate professorship at a university or college. Now, in terms of your candidacy taking precedence over other candidates when you apply for positions, in most contexts that will not be the case, because the positions are aptly going to be reserved for the friends and family members of the hiring manager over you, even if you have a doctorate of 4.0, as well as a multitude of certifications and a copious amount of degrees and decades of managerial experience. So just bear that in mind. Allow that to seep into the chasms of your mind. Allow that to be uploaded to your neurons and be metaphorically solidified into your neurons. Just because you have a doctorate, it does not mean that employers care a modicum about hiring you over other candidates. So how do you develop strong interpersonal relationships with hiring managers? If you're not a relative of hiring managers, well, you could befriend hiring managers by attending networking events where other hiring managers congregate at. And you could also befriend hiring managers by attending social events where hiring managers socialize at. So if you're not a close friend of a hiring manager nor a relative of a hiring manager, then it's going to be arduous for you to attain a real private sector employed job that pays above minimum wage, even if you have a doctorate in tandem with a multitude of certifications in conjunction with multiple degrees, as well as have decades of managerial experience. So I hope that you deem this video to be riveting, captivating, mesmerizing, enthralling, engrossing, amusing, and fascinating. I hope that you're entrenched in the underlying epicness. Have a blissful day. Goodbye.